Captain Crunch just crawled out, and I realized someone moved Captain's rock overnight, so that had to be a raccoon. Darn it, those raccoons are strong. I'm glad the Captain's okay, but that's why I have that thing there. Okay, perfect. Here's Rocket Dude, Captain Crunch. I wanted to show I did get the rocks set back up there for him, because I'm calling this thing getting rodents ready for winter, and I realized I didn't show any of the cabins after I prepped them with leaves and pine needles, but oh well. So here's him, and then over here we have a chipmunk that decided to build his hole in just a pebble path, like right in the open. So I've been keeping some leaves over his hole to keep him kind of insulated, and I'm worried about like when it rains and especially when the snow. I'm gonna build something to go over that, and I've ordered a green marble cutting board that's gonna sit on top of the wooden structure I'm gonna make to hold it down, so he's not just open to all the elements like that. I'm sitting here talking to Rover, and I figure I guess I should get it on video. I was telling her, girl, you did such a good job. I just went in her cabin, one of her cabins, to clean it out for winter. And oh my God, of all of them, you wouldn't believe. Oh, I think she just lost her second nut. Come here, hon. There you go. Right? No? She didn't like that one? There you go. So I've been going in these cabins, cleaning them out for winter, and so far they've all looked pretty much the same. They're a bunch of substrate, which is also called leaf mold, and it's when leaves degrade, they turn into, it looks basically like dirt, but not Rover's cabin. I just went in, and one of Rover's family cabins here, right here, that's right by us, right here. I went in, oh my God, I should have videoed, except for it's really hard. If you can see where that branch is, it's hard to get in there. My hair was getting caught in all the trees, so it was hard to do anything, much less video. But she has like beautiful grass woven in there, a lot like yesterday, but way more. I'll show yesterday's video. There was another cabin I went in where on top of all the substrate, somebody had made a glorious nest of grass. So I will show that. But man, this was beautiful. And then I went and I was so meticulous picking out awesome leaves, very fresh, very big, very awesome. I'm cleaning out another box today, and I found something interesting that I don't usually find. I think this is grass that they've taken up there and done that with. So I preserved that. I'm gonna put it back up. It was just with a bunch of like dirt, so that's all gonna stay down there. It gives me an idea. I have some Thompson grass that I bought for a rabbit. I might put some of that in there. And then I'll definitely put this back. If they're gonna get a nice t-shirt for winter and some leaves, and it's gonna be clean. So hopefully they like it. But I mean, all I had to do, there was a little bit of substrate / dirt on the bottom, leaf mold or whatever. I scraped that out. I've been using this tool here to do that. Works a lot better than the stick I'd been using. So I used that and got some dirt out. There wasn't much. This is where I pulled it down, and you can see how she has some different kind of stuff in there than the others did. I think they're pine needles. So I went to the pine trees and I scraped off some yellow needles that are easily scraped off of the ends of the pine thing. Put them up in there with the leaves. I think she'll like it. Are you one of Rover's clan? Are you gonna live in the little place I just did? Shouldn't call it little. Pretty decent sized home from a squirrel's perspective, but there was nobody in it at the moment, so I don't know. They might still be in their nests before going into the cabins, and that's what I hope to do, is get them all cleaned out while I can. I'm doing like Hansi taught me and going around meticulously picking up leaves that only look absolutely perfect, so we don't put anything in the nest that could compromise somebody somehow, because I don't know what all the science is. I'm sure the squirrels do. See, these are prime. Look at that. Totally fresh. Nothing wrong. Well, one has a little brown. You see what I'm saying? The ones you need to get stick out. Now I'm cleaning out the DoubleTree, and this person's sitting right here, so I don't know if they live in there and they're trying to protect it. Dude, I'm going to try to leave it better than I found it, okay? And this is something I made for the tree frogs last year. It gives them just enough ability to get in there, and there's something on the other side. Are you worried, or are you worried I'm going to mess up your place? I'm going to try to make it better, okay? Also, today, hopefully you can hear me through this mask. I wear a KN95 because especially like today it's windy, all this stuff comes flying out of here. All the dirt and whatnot. Now this one doesn't look too bad. And again, this is another Hansi family one. But we'll see. I need to make sure there's no dead squirrels in there. And then I do have some interesting new things coming today. All right, one thing I'm finding interesting is I'm seeing this in, I think, every one so far. Look, they've, on this shelf here, this will show it, they do this. And I had thought that it was because there wasn't enough room and they, you know, where the substrate built up and they needed to do that for more headroom. But I'm even finding it like in this one where there's always been plenty of headroom because I've cleaned this one out pretty religiously ever since I went in. So they don't necessarily like having that shelf there. And that's good to know. Captain Crunch is alerting right now. He's got the most awesome escape hatch with this thing, especially with the rock on it. He was just alerting. You gonna alert? It's like, not if you're staring at me telling the world about it, no. Somebody will comment, squirrels and chipmunks can get themselves through the winter. Of course they can. Everybody, for the most part, most people can get themselves through life. One way or the other. You do it, because you got to. It's survival. But who doesn't like a little help? Here's Rover first. We'll make a little Rover stop. Hey, Rover. I'm going to show what a chipmunk did, Rove. Oh, here she goes. She's got her nuts. Right here we see where a chipmunk did something very clever. This did not used to be a big open hole. Somebody chewed it open and has a home in there. All right, people. All right, people. Got the ladder ready to go up and do another home after maybe a bike ride. I don't know. See, I got this assessment in for, people are going to think I don't work. I do. I work immensely hard. If anyone looks back at my videos in the last however long, they'll see there was a big gap. Here's Pippi. I was working on an assessment and a roadmap for a customer for like 6 to 8 months, and I got it in, and right now they're reviewing it. They have 2 weeks to review it, and then I got to go back and do edits based on that. So it gives me a little time to breathe and get some stuff done. So anyway, yeah, this is what a chipmunk did. This is what a chipmunk did for him or herself, which is pretty cool. Living in and under a railroad tie for winter. They just dug that out just recently. This is Huey Lewis. Hey, Huey. That's Rover's grandson. You can tell him because he's the only black squirrel living amongst a bunch of grays. For whatever reason, Rover and her kids started having a bunch of gray squirrels. So Huey really sticks out. Huey Lewis sticks out. Where'd this one go? That was a good jump you did. I missed it though. Oh, and we gotta get this. This is Mr. Brownfeet. I had just turned off the video when he came up. All right, I'm never going to get this video published if I don't get inside and just do it here.